Welcome back to CBS 4K, and this is the Blood of the Dawnwalker. I want to say the Dawnwalker, because, dude, that's bad. That's bad grammar right there in that title. Blood of Dawnwalker, like, isn't it the Dawnwalker? Anyway, it's a cinematic trailer, and we're going to do a little gameplay trailer. Gameplay teaser, sorry. And I'm just going to be reacting to it, and I'm just going to give a bit of a breakdown. I've been in the gaming sphere for, well, seemingly years now. I don't want to age myself, reveal my age, but let's just say I'm one of those old timers. So I will be giving you my opinion of it, based off of what little I can grasp from the gameplay teaser. There's like little to nothing in there, so yeah. Let's begin. Also, I'll be giving a little bit of, I'm a bit of a history buff, so I can talk about this era in history. Bandai Namco, that is a interesting company. Rebel Wolves, I've never heard of them. Bandai Namco has did the Tenkaichi series, has done a various Dragon Ball Z games and other things like that. I'm curious to see what they'll do here. The Witcher 3, I've never completed it. I've played a little bit of it, but I've always wanted to complete it. But it's one of those games that it's sort of like Skyrim. Everyone's played it, but not a lot of people have finished it. Like only a chosen few have finished it. Like, and it was not an easy thing to finish. That took years for some people. I finished Skyrim once, and only once. And by finished, I mean I completed the main storyline. I completely. Okay, 1347. A bit of history on that. That was the era of the bubonic plague, the Black Plague. It devastated most of Europe. It was pretty nasty. Side note on the plague. This is like a I want to say a fun side note, because that's a terrible thing to say, but interesting side note. People thought cats were the cause of the plague. They were emissaries of the devil and whatnot. So they started to get rid of cats and kill them, blah, 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 blah. But actually that made things worse. And the reason it made things worse is because the real spreaders of the plague were vermin, and rats and such. So by killing the cats, they basically removed their natural predators, so they were able to flourish and spread their plague much quicker. It was a lot worse for people because of that. Yeah. It kind of reminds me a little bit of our times. Like, we like to think we're super evolved and we're past that, but let's just talk about what happened in recent history for people out there. Probably all know what you're talking about. Let's talk about 2020, huh? Let's look at that and compare our reactions and our, let's just say, missteps collectively we made, and start to realize that the people in the olden times weren't as backwards as we think they are. We're pretty much on the same level as them, almost. Anyway, enough talking. Get playing. Like the scene, like the fires. This all seems very gothic in a way. Not the game, but the style. Very, I'm gonna say very gothic, but seemingly it feels gothic. And a little bit grimdark in it.
That's right. You gave us quite the chase, young. Please, just a child. Roderick, remind me, did I make an exception for children?
No, sire.
No. That would have been foolish, would it not? They spread the plague just as well as adults. And there's only one way to stamp out this sickness. No! Not just a runner, but a fighter, too. Had we met under a different moon, things might have been better.
I like the fact the guy feels kind of bad about it. It's an interesting side note. Yeah, I like the sword. I like that there's various different nationalities in here. It's a Mongolian, it's like a witch, maybe. That might be the different play styles they're advertising in the game. That are going to be in the game. Well, we don't know if that's a fact yet, but it could be that.
Lunka.
You know what I would have liked to have played as a vampire hunter in this game, but I don't think that's the case here.
She needs help. Fast.
Like there's no game that's a that you get to play as a. Well, I think there's a few that you play as a vampire hunter or a monster hunter. Like Witcher is one of them, but yeah, it would have been nice if we had a few more of those like that.
Pass through. I beg of you. Please. Please.
That was a nice effect. I like that. Where his eyes turn and then he gets a very weird close up, a fisheye lens on it.
I don't know. How?
I am life. I am death. I am everything in between. I have been watching your little valley. Pestilence, famine, killing, blood spilled carelessly like water. Things will be different now.
That guy's not having a good day.
For all of you.
The world needs what it fears. I guess that's a nice little line for the game. Okay, so I'm guessing it's going to be open world by the looks of it. It's just a quick glance. You're going to be playing as a vampire. Yeah, I do like this gliding down. That should be a nice little animation to do. The question is, will it get boring after the 80th time you've done it? That's the problem. Now, I wonder if daylight gameplay is going to be very different from nighttime gameplay, because it looks like you can walk around in the daylight, which surprised me in a game where you are a vampire. But I'm guessing that's where the Dawnwalker part is. You can walk in the dawn. And, what else? There might be Dark Souls style combat. We don't know. That was a nice little teaser to get people interested in the game. I would have liked if they had sent a little bit more of a gameplay in this teaser, just to get people to more of a buzz. But the buzz they've created with just what they've shown, the gameplay reveal is going to be in the summer. Okay, I'm actually kind of low key excited for that. I want to see that. That should be pretty interesting. Overall, I'd say I'm very curious about it. Also, let's just look around here. Yeah, they do have different ethnicities, and look at this, guys. This guy's dentist is gonna be a rich man. He's gotta be a super rich guy. Overall, I thought it was a good trailer. I actually scratched that. I think it's a great one. It got you interested in the character. It got you feeling for this guy's plight. You felt like this guy was I would say, unfairly put upon by these people. And like, he was just leaving the city. Like, but the other guys were like, we can't let anybody have a plague, and it's like a zero tolerance ruling. But they sent like a whole army after this dude. Like, not really. It seemed more like he was just like taking fervent joy in hunting this dude down. Like, he is leaving the city, my guy. What do you want from him? He's leaving the immediate vicinity. But you can understand his plight. He's trying to protect his sister, and these vampires kind of saved his life and his sister. Well, it kind of made them undead abominations. Well, hey man, hey look, it's a win-win. She was dying from the plague, like, you know, something had to give. And, you know, at least she has a chance now. So, yeah, the gameplay... Well, not the gameplay. The trailer looks nice. Looks great, actually. It brings out a sense of gothic and grimdark sense of style to it. And I think that will go well. I think we're at a point in gaming where that sort of thing is I would say, preferred, but is seen with such a sense of like, yes, another one. I'll take another one, man. Yeah, overall I thought it was a good way to get people's hype going. The gameplay I thought wasn't enough to talk about, really, but I can surmise it's going to be open world from the way that he's looking out into the town like that. It's going to be basically a kind of a town sort of thing. You might have to run away from vampire hunters and slayers. You're going to be hunting monsters and stuff like that. Maybe you're fighting monsters, I should say. I don't know. You're like, that guy is not like a normal person. So there'll be a little bit of that mixed into with it. The dawn and night gameplay, I'm curious to see how that plays out. I think the night gameplay might be where you use all your vampire powers, and the dawn is where you use all your human powers. Don't know. Not sure. Still early yet. But if I know more, I'll share more. But for now, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.